Welcome to the Battle of Khorramshahr. Today we're actually going to be playing as the Iranians, and we will be attacking Saddam's forces. Now, this battle takes place very, very early in the Iran-Iraq War. That being said, the Iranians don't have much of an armored force anyway. We do typically have tanks, but in this battle, guys, we are relying on Iranian infantry, and this was often the case in the war. Headlong charges into the enemy with RPGs. Hopefully, it's going to work here. We also have one actual anti-tank gun. That's right, a single anti-tank gun, which as you can see, I've put it right there on the border of this tiny grove. And I'm hoping that that's going to be sufficient to take on the enemy. Now, some of our guys are dug in, so what I'm going to do first is kind of hold on here and see if Saddam's army actually wants to come out and fight us. I mean, the truth is, they're going to have armored vehicles, maybe tanks, things like that. All we have are our infantry. Although the goal is to move forward and capture the city of Khorramshahr, and that's under any circumstances whatsoever. As always, we will come back when the action begins. Well, it began just then, my goodness. All right, then. Looks like the Iraqis are attacking already. That's an instant hit. And like I said, these infantry are pretty damn good against tanks. Look at that. Another Iraqi tank destroyed. We're holding the line here in the Iran-Iraq War. However, it looks like their tank has popped a distress flare. That's going to mean that their men are likely going to show up in this area, although I am thinking their trenches may be right there, guys. This could be some proper trench warfare in the Iran-Iraq War. Although, again, we have nothing to hit them at that distance, except maybe some ATGMs. I'm not even sure we have those. And, of course, this anti-tank position. But as you can see, it's just a DPSHK. So it's a really, really heavy machine gun. Might be able to wipe out some armored vehicles with it, but I'm not sure we can hit enemy tanks with it. Got a whole another line of infantry here, and they do have anti-tank weapons, but of course the enemy has to get a bit closer before we can engage, and I mean, we have got armored vehicles all along the line. This is terrifying, to say the least. Put your thoughts down below about who you think is going to win this battle, and I really do believe we have a chance here. If we can hold these positions, we are dug in, maybe their armor, keeps their distance, and we don't have to really worry about them. And actually, we could also bring in Montazeri and Kiani over here, right across to the trenches. So let's do that. We're just going to put them over here in this trench position. Just some additional forces. Looks like another vehicle was taken out, and wait a minute. What's that? I hope those are ours. I don't think they are, though, because I believe the Iraqis are the only ones with air support in this war. Yep, and not ours. There we go, guys. Enemy air support. Oh, my gosh. They are throwing everything they've got against our line. Oh, my goodness. Looks like some of our men are still alive. Obviously, anybody here was obliterated, but quite a lot of those rounds actually fell into the river there. And wait a minute. Let's keep our composure, mate. Those are our bombers, guys. That is fantastic. So the jets are Iranian. However, the missile strikes are coming from Iraq, of course. All right, we need some additional air support. Come on, boys. Definitely want to hold the line here in Khorramshahr, and I'm just going to make sure to keep an eye on the units we can actually see. Our guys will be sort of shell-shocked for a moment here, but they should return to firing pretty soon. And I'm hoping we get another round with those beautiful planes. Yeah, see, they are very shocked at the moment. Here we go. Jets are returning. Oh, baby. Direct hit. That's a direct hit on Iraqi vehicles. I wonder if we can get, like, a nice visual here. Ooh, is that a Hornet? I don't know, maybe our aviation aficionados can let us know in the comments below. It looks like a Hornet. Looks like the men have gotten their composure back, or at least some of them have their composure back. Got that beautiful RPG with a scope right there. And it looks like they're actually tagging Iraqi infantry units. I think these guys are just abandoned from these vehicles that got blown up. Good shooting. Oof. They are expelling the rest of their rounds here, guys, trying to get those machine gun rounds out. Vulcan cannon, whatever the hell you call it. Oh boy, enemy ATGM. Alright, completely missed. Don't have to worry about that. And it actually looks like 2 of the enemy tanks are kind of stuck in the marshes here. This is where we might need to advance. But as you can see, they are sending infantry forward. They are well aware of our position here and how tenuous it is. You know, even if they send an infantry brigade against us, we might not be able to hold. Especially not with artillery strikes like that. Oh my goodness. Now our jets are coming back, guys. We might have a few more bombs to drop. Let's hope so, anyway. Actually want to take on the armored vehicles right there, some APC, so I'm going to have all of them in the trenches focused there. Hopefully we can get some RPGs out on them. But again, we do have limited RPG rounds. It's not like we could just throw rockets at the problem every single time. It's not going to happen that way. Let's get those damn armored vehicles. I know that they can see them. There we go. DPS HK is actually firing on them, guys, but look at the trenches over here, for instance. Some of our trenches have been entirely cleared out by the enemy. We've also got Faridi, just a small group of reinforcements that we brought up earlier. But even the commanding officer, Kashani, is going down here. Good shooting by our men as well. More enemy tanks pushing forward. I'd love to get some kills on those tanks. And we can also see off in the distance our air support absolutely did its job. Now, with these existing infantry units that are hiding out in the woods, I am actually going to push forward. Actually, they're not really woods, but in the grove, let's call it the olive grove, I am going to push forward. These are pomegranates, I'm sorry. And try and just attack, because we do have anti-tank weapons. I think we'll actually still be extremely effective. There we go, another Iraqi artillery strike. Just looking at these guys, making sure they're okay. I mean, okay is a very subjective term, let's put it that way. I mean, none of them are dead, but they are terrified. You can see them cowering in fear. And, of course, with enemy vehicles approaching here, we need them on their A-game. Jets approaching again, guys. Drop some bombs. Come on. One of the largest points of this war is, of course, just damaging Saddam's army to such an extent that he can't possibly, you know, do anything to counteract us, that he has to leave. But look at this. He is getting his tanks behind us. Just making sure the men are aware of that presence. They definitely are. Trying to hit them with anti-tank rifles, with rocket-propelled grenades, whatever we've got. Come on, boys. Got some more jets striking targets. I am just amazed that that tank is still alive. I really am. Looks like we actually hit another tank there with our anti-tank weapons, guys. We destroyed one over there and may have hit this one over here. He is still moving, though. Come on, guys. Let's get those RPGs up and running. Got a lot of infantry dismounting over here in that general area. So, incredibly, we still hold this area with Savzari and Haridi, but I think most of our infantry has been blown to hell in this location. It's good to see, though, that we destroyed that enemy tank. He is not moving forward. Look at that baby burning up, man. He's not coming back to this battle. All right, there we go. Some open shots there on the tanks, man, but we need some RPGs right now. And again, like I told you guys before, you can run out of ammunition. So I'm not sure we even have the ammo to take these guys on, in which case we could even go for a retreat. Typically, I don't like to retreat in the Iran-Iraq war, but here we may not have a choice. All right, let's hit that armored vehicle. Again, every single vehicle we take out doesn't have to be a tank. It's a huge boost to the war effort in general. Look at that smoke cloud off in the distance too, guys. That is incredible. I mean, any Iraqi soldier arriving from that side is going to be very careful about their approach. Also, I wonder about that tank. Did we ever take that thing out? I can't tell. I think the tank is destroyed. I see some crew over here. Yeah, definitely. There's the dead tank, and the crew actually looks like they may have surrendered. I didn't see any prisoner markers, though. So who knows? And look at that. We still have plenty of troops here, guys, under Ajomadi. We actually have a pretty decent line. I'm just going to kind of target any infantry in the area, although I think we're actually going to have to move these guys closer to the battlefield. Doesn't seem like they can actually see much from here. We've got another anti-tank unit arriving. And again, we've got to try to kind of focus on a straggler, try and take the straggler out if possible. There we go. You see what I'm talking about, stragglers. That was almost certainly an ATGM, but he is still okay. Gonna have to hit him with another one. There's another one. Unfortunately, it's a miss. Told you that anti-tank team was there, though. We may have also hit another enemy vehicle farther up, the armored vehicle in that area. But this would be a perfect opportunity to knock out a bunch of these tanks. There we go. She is dead now, boys and girls. I told you they would eventually get it. Not even on fire yet. No, now it is. My goodness, that's a burning crew right there. This is what happens when you attack Iran. You will be destroyed. That is not a crew that's going to be returning to the fighting. And, of course, the defense continues. I'm really tempted to grab our group here, Arjomadi, and just attack right into that tank column. Because the tank column is scattered right now. You might think that they are extremely confident and they're going to be able to roll right through us, and they probably could, but you can see they are just keeping their distance. They do not want to come close and potentially get knocked out by an RPG or worse, an ATGM. And at the same time, we've still got some guys who are in machine guns just making it hell for the enemy. It looks like we've got old German machine guns here, which may be legit. I mean, getting some World War II weapons to equip your army, that works. Focus on those tanks. Still have some men alive on this side of the river. Not many, though. There we go, guys. Another one out. I just can't believe our luck. Another Iraqi tank destroyed. You can see an entire group of burning crew here. And there we go, another hit. And is it a kill? Our men at the river are holding it down. It's another hit. Had to at least shock the crew inside. So unfortunately, they did finally capture the key point here, and that is the river key point, of course. We could take Faredi and Shirazi, and I'm going to try to retake that key point. I'm coming right back across, hopefully using that grove for cover. 2 hits! Unfortunately, I think it was all frontal armor hits, and he's okay so far. Let's see if they abandon the vehicle. Nope, they're good. They are good. Might have destroyed the barrel. There's a nice hit. Fire at the back of the vehicle, boys. Come on. Good hit. Just a standard RPG, but almost enough to knock him out. And we took back the fort, guys. Absolutely awesome. We're also still striking that tank. He's actually trying to take cover by one of his own burning vehicles. I don't blame him. It seems like an okay tactic unless you get destroyed by the actual explosions from that vehicle. Also, looks like we're focusing on more tanks with Faridi and our anti-tank group here. How crazy would it be if we get the Iraqis to actually just retreat from this battlefield? I mean, that would be amazing. At some point, with enough armored losses, they might just do that. Then again, we have a lack of defenders here. Got some enemy armored vehicles moving through the area to cut off Sabzari and retake the ford. And those are actually just grenade throws there, trying to take out the APC. Yeah, enemy vehicles are moving freely through this area. Nice driving, guys. Nice driving. Whoa, we actually got a grenade throw there. And in the water, obviously, it has to be, like, right on top of the vehicle to even have a chance of stunning them. But I like to see that these Iranians are extremely brave. I really mean it. Maybe of all the factions in Graviteam Tactics, these guys are the bravest. They're just not surrendering, not capitulating at all. We've still got the guys over here in the trench fighting. Trying to show Saddam's men that we are not going to surrender easily. Best they go ahead and face their dictator than face us, because we will fight to the last man. Now, at some point here, we do have to know when to call it quits, but I still see a lot of targets from the trench line here that I could waste. Look at that. Our jets are back as well, guys. We might be able to get another bombing run. How fantastic would that be? I mean, that's another reason we have to keep the battle going. A nice bomb dropped over there where all of those enemy infantry are would be amazing. I'm not too confident on the bomb destroying enemy vehicles. I know they have before, but I think it needs to be like a really lucky drop. Nope. Nope, so they might just be scouting the area. Nonetheless, look at all of the burning vehicles on the field right now. Hey, there we go. They are back. Guys, they just dropped a bomb directly on top of the enemy. That had to be a kill. At a minimum, yeah, definitely killed some Iraqi troops. Look at that. Now, it didn't touch the tank, but I am happy with that result. Making them work for every inch of land they take. I hear planes coming back. Oh! Wow, I actually saw the bomb drop and delay a bit before exploding. He was pretty close to that blast. What do you guys think? You think the shrapnel got him? I don't know. I think he's okay. Just a couple inches forward, and that would have been a dead APC. And there we go, guys. The battle is ending. Let's take a look. I think it's us running away here. We really have no choice considering the situation. Oh, we've got some air support still coming in. Hey, if we can up that casualty count, let's go for it. Seems, though, that the strafing attacks by the planes, not very effective. And if you can, guys, in the comments down below, let's get a guess on the casualty count here for enemy vehicles destroyed. I am curious to how you guys think we did. I'm also going to just grab everyone here, Shiratsi. That's right, it's going to be an S-side squad, which was not uncommon at the time, once again, although typically that was done by volunteers. But we are pushing forward. We're going to be volunteers for a day. And look at that. That's a nice strafing run. That is a nice strafing run directly on the enemy infantry. I see some blood splatter there. We may have hit them. And look at those. They got some nice automatic grenade launchers, man. Don't think that Saddam's forces are weak. You have to keep in mind that during this war, Saddam was supported by virtually every country. The Iranians got no support. So, of course, doing a defense like this is pretty impressive. And we're still getting shots from the trenches before we call an official ceasefire in this battle. I love that. I hear planes coming back. I think those initial artillery strikes really weakened us. And we were dug in, so we were in trenches, but you can't do much against, armored vehicles, that many armored vehicles, and artillery specifically. I mean, the artillery, it just goes to show you how important that thing is on a modern battlefield. It was so important for the enemy to use that, because even though they softened us up, we crushed a bunch of these vehicles and didn't just, like, knock them out of commission, completely destroyed them. You're not going to be able to fix most of these, for instance. They are just gone for good. Burning wrecks. You can cook some hot dogs on them, maybe. There we go. Looks like our planes came in for one final run there. And only now are our actual trench forces kind of getting affected by the situation. I am just going to keep their focus ahead. We're not going to be destroying any more vehicles because we don't have any more RPG rounds left. As always, guys, if you enjoy these sort of Iran-Iraq war videos, please let me know in the comments below. We can try to actually make a series out of this, if that's something you're interested in, and kind of see, you know, how each side does. Maybe even do a campaign with the Iranian or the Iraqi side. It is a very short campaign, however, which actually may work to our benefit, but it's also kind of challenging. At some point, if you have no more artillery or air support or tanks, you're pretty much beaten. There's no way out of that, unless, of course, you're as brave as these Iranian fighters here at the end of this battle. So there we go, guys. The battle results are there. Casualties on both sides. Killed 56 on our side, 44 on theirs. So actually, it was very close with the infantry casualties, but this is where the fun begins. A bunch of enemy vehicles destroyed. Now, most of the vehicles we had destroyed on our side were supply trucks. You know, not that useful in the grand scheme of things. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys had fun and enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a wonderful day, and don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe.